Oxidation reactions are reactions that when an organic compound either adds an oxygen atom or increases the number of bonds between a carbon and an oxygen atom, i.e. going from an alcohol to a carbonyl. That is an oxidation. All right, oxidation of primary alcohols. So this is going to add an oxygen atom or increase the number of carbon-oxygen bonds in the molecule. So the first example right here is methanol in the presence of an oxidant or an oxidizing agent. Oxidants happen, as the joke says. So you have methanol in the presence of some oxidizing agent, and it forms methanal. All right. Now, if we have, this says primary alcohols. Methanol is not primary, so we're not going to count that as that, but it makes formaldehyde. And this is actually what happens in your body if you were to drink methanol. Your body actually digests it, metabolizes it to form formaldehyde. And it's only like 4 milliliters, or it's a tiny amount that you actually need to drink in order to blind yourself. Basically, the formaldehyde corrodes your retina and destroys it, so it's very bad. Methanol is found in windshield washer fluid, so do not ever drink that. Just the tiniest bit, 4 milliliters, not very much of it, will make you go blind. Now, if we truly have a primary alcohol like ethanol, you're going to form ethanal, which is an aldehyde. All right, so notice we've got an ethanal right down there. It's going to further oxidize into ethanoic acid. This right here, which we haven't talked about, it'll be in chapter 14. That is called a carboxylic acid. That's another functional group with a carbonyl. But essentially, aldehydes are very reactive, and so they're easily oxidized themselves. And so primary alcohols will go first to the aldehyde and then to a carboxylic acid. For secondary alcohols, since we've got 2 carbons bonded to that carbon in the center that's got the hydroxyl group on it, when they're oxidized, they form ketones. Yay! And ketones are less reactive than aldehydes, so they don't necessarily go any further. Now, as far as tertiary alcohols are concerned, tertiary meaning they've got 1, 2, 3 carbons bonded to the carbon that's got the hydroxyl group on it. Those do not undergo oxidation. Essentially, it can't form a carbon-carbon double bond, because if it was to kick off a methyl group, well, it's impossible for it to kick off a methyl group, so it just doesn't happen. No double bond forms, no oxidation product readily forms. Example 9, draw the structure of the product of the oxidation of 2-pentanol. So 2-pentanol, we've got 5 carbons, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2-pentanol will have the hydroxyl group right there. And this would be how we numbered it. Okay. The carbon right here is secondary. And secondary alcohols, when they are oxidized, they form ketones. And so we would get this. The name of it doesn't ask for it, but the name of it, we would count up 1, 2, 3 carbons to the left, 1 carbon on the right. So we've got methyl and propyl. So we've got methyl, propyl, ketone, or it would be 2-pentanone.